Hi, I'm Carrie Knauer, and this is my Home Life Remodel. Today's Tuesday, and I think a lot of you were concerned about me after watching last week's vlog. Apparently it was kind of depressing, and I think I just was really feeling bad, and then I ended up getting sick a lot during the week, and I'm still trying to fight off this cold. But we had a really successful week, and things are looking a lot brighter. So I guess Josh and I were here every day, and we were working on doing some of the stain of the trim, and we got everything on the first floor that we started finished. And by finished, I mean each piece pretty much more or less had a wash coat, which was to protect the wood first, a stain coat, and 3 poly coats. And in between each of the poly coats, we did a sanding because you have to give it a little bit more roughness so that it'll stick to it. So that was quite an undertaking, but the results really turned out well. I'm going to have to come here at nighttime one time to show how that looks, because with the windows and the daylight coming in, it just blurs out the whole thing. But that was pretty significant. We got everything that was existing in the kitchen finished. We got all of the living room except the arch to the foyer done, and I got the windows up in the bathroom done. And I was able to get those windows done because Nate came, and that Monday night, after I had been so sad filming it last week, Nate came and he got all of the framing up, and it was totally finished. So Tuesday we were able to start tackling that. So a lot of good things got done. But I thought what I would do, and this is kind of what I did to make myself feel better as well, is Josh and I got out our list. And there was one time during the summer when things got slow, and I made a list of everything that we had done or still had to be done. And it was one of those things where I started writing really big, and there were 3 items on each page, and then I realized how many things that there were going to be. There started being like 8 items per page, and it ended up being 25 things that we needed to do before we moved in. And of that original list, we're up to number 22 right now, I believe. Yeah, like 20. Because once we get to number 20, it says install kitchen cabinets and countertops and appliances. So we just don't have the appliances hooked up yet. 20.5, because I forgot something and added it later, was put interior trim back up and finished it off. And I would say we probably are about halfway done that, but I'll get back to that later. Install the wood stove, which we did have done. Install bathroom vanities and toilets, finish the plumbing. And we have an appointment for next Tuesday to have that. So I might hold off the blog late again so that we can get that on camera and up on the blog, because that's really, it's going to be like a Christmas present all over again. Install all remaining light fixtures, and we've called our electrician and said that the second floor is definitely going to be ready to go as soon as the plumbers are done. We wanted to hold off for that because they're going to be centering lights on each side of the mirrors that go over the sinks and stuff like that. So second floor is going to be done. First floor, we got to get this cleaned up. We're not going to have these fancy lights and fans and everything getting all messed up. Paint the inside. That's halfway done, probably more than halfway done. And then move in was number 25, and then 26 was deal with the outside. Well, we've decided that we're going to try to tackle the outside right away as well. Part of our plan in redoing all of this is that when the project's finished, we're going to refinance, get a new mortgage rate, consolidate all the loans that we have out there, and then we're going to take some of that money or a new loan and do the outside. But as nice as the inside is going to be, the first impression of the outside, which hasn't changed except for windows were moved, and so that means there are just sections that are open to Tyvek, and it looks horrible. And so we didn't think we would be able to get the appraisal that we needed to make everything work out. So we're just going to push forth and do it now. The good thing is we could be living here while it's done. So we're getting estimates in this next week, and then we're going to know whether we're able to pursue that at this time or not. I made a new list of what things, kind of like, this is annoying because if we had a contractor, we'd be handing him this list, but right now it's us, you know, we don't have a general contractor, and so we're the ones that have to take care of these little problems. So I made a list of things that Nate, Josh's brother, is still working on. Apparently I have a lot of different lists going on in this notebook. This was our list from this week, divided by day of what we were doing. Okay, so here are the things that Nate needs to do. Finish all existing doorways and windows. The existing ones meant the ones that were here, but maybe one piece was cut off and there used to be a wall there. We were waiting for the wood for that. Foyer headers, living room to kitchen arch, kitchen to dining room arch, and then the 4 windows in the dining room, which are just exposed windows right now. He's got to create the newel post at the bottom of the stairs. We had to rip that off because a wall had kind of gouged it, so there were only 3 sides. Baseboard fixtures in the 3 bathrooms. There's one little patch of baseboard in the guest bedroom. Frame out the door to the master bath. That one I'm a little worried about because there used to be a door there and they took it out and they took the jambs out and there or sash. I forget these names of wood, but I needed a door to my bathroom. This isn't one of those gigantic suites like they have down at the ocean. We go see those in open houses and their master bathrooms don't even have doors. I need a door on mine, and I need that before we move in. Frame out the door to the walk-in closet. Create thresholds for the 2 tile bathrooms, because where we put in the tile, they put the hardy backer, which is a waterproof kind of board, and then they did the tile on top. So it's almost a full inch difference. So you've got to have some kind of a rounding piece there that people make that transition. Baseboards in the kitchen, there are 4 missing pieces there, and that's the kind of thing we have wood laying around. I think that's what he's going to do until he's ready to do the finale with the new wood, and then base cap has to go up on top of all the baseboards, like the little skinny piece that goes from the 1/2 inch thickness of the thing and it kind of smooths up into the wall. So we've got to put that back on. But we're going to do that after painting so that you can get closer to the wood and then there won't be any paint getting on the base cap. So that's what Nate has to work on. And then the electrical, there's a lot of little things for those kinds of hookups, but it's working. So lots of good things are happening again. Maybe I'll try to show you the first floor bathroom. I think when I do come back next week, we'll do something bigger showing all the wood, because right now it still has all the duct tape around it, which we had to do to protect the finished parts of the floor and stuff like that, and the walls, because if you get that oil-based stuff on it, it's going to be much harder to cover with the latex. So we'll take one sneak peek, and then I think you'll have to wait till next week, and then it'll be a grander opening. So let's check that out. Okay, so here we are in the nook between the first floor kitchen and that bathroom, and here's what the wood with 3 coats of poly turned out like. This is one that we did the wash coat on, and it's really very beautiful. It's very warm, very inviting. I think it's going to match with a lot of different things. This is a piece that we did as an experiment to see what it would turn out like if you didn't do the wash coat, and it's a little hard to notice the differences, but on the other side of this wall, I think that's a very firm difference. See how that has an orange and maroon tone to it? You see a lot of distinction between the light and the dark pieces of the wood. Now if we go back over here, I'll try not to get the outdoor light, that's not nearly as orange and purple. It's a little more the same. So there's that frame, we did that whole thing, did baseboards, stuff like that. Very rewarding. Alright, so that's all we have for now. Thanks for watching this week, and tune back next week for more. Maybe we'll have the bathrooms done, and that would be very exciting to share with you. Thanks for watching.